Hello everyone, Eric Marks here again, and it is freezing here tonight in the North Georgia mountains where I live. It's in the 20s outside in Fahrenheit, so it's freezing. But I thought I would stay in this evening and make a video for all of you that is hopefully going to be inspirational, because this thought process that I kind of reprogrammed myself to think about a year ago was really inspiring for me, and it kind of revamped my excitement for photographing my local area here. So I'll quickly explain. So as a photographer, or artist, videographer, whatever, we like going out to unique locations that we've never been to. We think about all the iconic bucket list places that we want to go. The waterfalls in Iceland, the Grand Canyon, Antelope Canyon, Horseshoe Bend, all these places that are just very iconic that everyone knows about. You can talk to anyone and they're like, yeah, I've seen that on a postcard. It looks amazing. And for years, I was kind of depressed because I had all these places that I wanted to go, and I didn't know how I could fit them all in such a short time frame, because I wanted them all in my portfolio. I was like, man, I want to take a week and go to Iceland, and then the next week I want to go here, and the next week I want to go here. And obviously that's a lot of money paying for plane tickets and hotels, but regardless of that, I just wanted to do it all, and I was trying to figure out how I could kind of like fit this all in. And that thought process can kind of take a toll on your emotions. It can make you doubt your photography, it can make you doubt your skill, your portfolio. Because I've been to the West Coast, I've been to the East Coast, I've photographed the Gulf Coast, the white sand beaches, I've photographed a lot of places. I've never been to Iceland, but I have a lot of places in my portfolio. But even then, I'll see a more iconic location. Every time that I think my portfolio is good, I'll see someone else's portfolio that's just littered with Iceland and all these places that everyone knows where they are. And it got me upset about a year ago. And I was just like, man, what am I gonna do? I have this YouTube channel, I have a website, I gotta get some iconic locations so that I can sell print, so that people want my work. I had all these like programmed things in my head as to why I wanted these bucket list locations. And not long after this whole like debacle where I was just like kind of in a state of depression. I know that sounds dramatic, but sometimes as artists we can be a little up and down emotionally about our work. We can really have a lot of self-doubt, I guess I should say. So not long after that, I was in a little mountain town called Blue Ridge, not too far from my house. And not too far outside of Blue Ridge, there's a little art gallery. And I went in there, I go in there from time to time because they have paintings and they also have photographs in there. And there was a couple in there that was from out of town. I was just kind of overhearing them because it's always pretty quiet in art galleries. They were talking to the owner of the art gallery and they said, wow, where was this taken? We want to buy this print. And I just kind of looked over my shoulder because I was like, what are they wanting to buy? And it was a waterfall that I have photographed a million times. It was like, why are they asking where that is? It's 30 minutes up the road that way. It's like I was just thinking like a spoiled brat. I'm like, oh, that's nothing special. That's basically in my backyard. But these people, it was so unique to them. It wasn't iconic. Not everyone knew what it was, just the locals. And it wasn't in a state park. It was one of those things that like you only know because your grandpa, your grandma and grandpa had their first kiss there kind of thing. So that's where they learned about the waterfall. It's like the only way to get there is to get directions from, the owner of the print gallery or the guy that owned the local general store. And I didn't really think about that until I was hearing this couple like so enamored with this location when it's just so, just local to me. It just like felt like wrong that they were that interested in it. Sure enough, they bought the print. They loved it, they left, and I just had this like aha moment, like, well, wait a second. It all just like started coming to me. Iconic locations are iconic for a reason, because everybody knows what they are. You can show like a picture of Horseshoe Bend to people. They might not know the name, but everyone's like, oh yeah, I've seen that in movies, I've seen it on a postcard. I know what you're talking about. Oh yeah, I've seen that waterfall 1,000 times. I've seen it in Iceland, I've seen it, CGI'd into an alien movie. I've seen that a million times. And not that those aren't awesome places to photograph. The key here is that I got kind of re-inspired to embrace my local area and realize that local locations to you and to me are unique because they're not iconic and everyone doesn't know about them. So even though that waterfall was so close to me and so non-unique to me, it's cool because they had no clue where it was. So then I started realizing I want a portfolio full of images where most people will come across them and say, wow, where was that? It looks so mysterious. I want that. And that's what I've been practicing over the past year. I've been embracing my local area and shooting and reshooting all the locations that I normally go to. And every time I come away with something special and something different. And I've learned to just love my local area. You know, even 1-2 hours away from my local area is still my local area. So sometimes I'll go 30 minutes away from the house, sometimes I'll go 2 or 3 hours away from the house, and these places I've shot 100 times, but it's always something new and something special. And of course, one day I'm sure I'll shoot Iceland, and I'll go to Antelope Canyon and all those places because it's just a cool adventure and I want to see it. But I'm not going to rely my entire portfolio confirmation to myself that I'm a good photographer on getting these iconic locations and bagging them in my portfolio, so to speak. I think it's more important to have unique images, and a way to do that is to really explore your local area. So if you're a photographer feeling like I was a year ago, I am challenging you to get re-inspired, embrace your local area, and go and strive to find something cool, many cool things in your local area, because no matter where you live, I promise you will find something awesome and embrace it and make it something cool. Get a cool angle, get creative, make it cool, and I guarantee you there's gonna be a lot of people that don't live in your local area that are gonna be like, wow, where is that? That's amazing. And it's gonna be great because you're gonna have a very unique portfolio, as we all should. We should have unique portfolios. If every photographer had the exact same portfolio of all these iconic locations, it would just be so boring to look at. So hope that helped. Happy shooting, everyone, and I'll see you guys in the next one.